Well, good morning, Sam.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How about you? How have you been since our last visit?
Pretty good.
Glad to hear that. Gotta tell you, everything's looking really good in terms of your CD4 count and your viral load. How has it been taking your medication in the morning?
Much better. I mean, I have plenty of time to eat food with my pill. I'm not staying awake so late anymore, and I'm actually getting to work on time. The cell phone alarm has really helped too. Every once in a while, something might come up and I forget my pill, but the alarm goes off and it reminds me to take it. Boom, saved by the bell.
That's really good to hear. And you know, I mean, it's easy to forget things when your routine changes. But I'm glad to hear that the alarm helps and that this new schedule is working better for you. Now, last time we met, I recall you saying something about missing 1 to 2 doses a month. How many doses do you think you've missed in the last 3 months?
Well, actually, I've done a lot better. I think I've only missed one time, and that was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, well, that's a real improvement. Good. Tell me a little bit more about what happened that time you missed.
Well, it's not that big of a deal, really. My best friend had a party at his house that Saturday, and several of us had a little bit too much to drink and didn't want to drive home, so we ended up all crashing there. I hadn't planned to stay overnight, and I didn't make it home until like late Sunday evening, so at that point I figured it was just best to wait till the next morning to get back on track.
Okay, well, I hear how this happened just once, but I gotta remind you, Sam, you know, even skipping 1 dose is a really big deal. So, what do you think you could do to keep that from happening again?
Well, for starters, not drink so much.
That's a good plan. After all, I mean, you know, too much alcohol can have all sorts of bad consequences. What else do you think?
Well, it's not like I forgot to take it. I didn't have my pills with me, so, you know, I suppose I could start keeping one in my backpack, and, you know, I never leave home without that.
Well, that's a good idea. In fact, you know, if you had that, that would have helped you a couple of weekends ago. So I tell you what I'm going to do. Little pill box there to help you out.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, did you remember to bring back your pill schedule that I gave you last time?
Oh, I did. I did. There it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna put a check mark next to like each day that I took my pill, but I pretty quickly got to where I felt like I didn't need to keep track of it. You know, the cell phone alarm helped a lot more anyway.
I'm glad to hear that you tried a couple of strategies to help you remember and you found the one that works for you. Did you remember to check in with Brian, our adherence counselor, like we discussed?
Yeah, we actually talked about a pill schedule too, and he actually gave me some really good ideas on a high protein breakfast, and that was a big difference in my energy level in the morning.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. In fact, I would like for you to keep checking in with Brian between our visits, especially if anything comes up or there are any changes to your routine. We just don't want you to troubleshoot any problems relating to your treatment by yourself, okay?
Okay.
Okay, well, let's get up here and see what we got. Well, everything's looking good. What questions do you have for me?
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay, well, if you think of anything, just jot it down and either run it by Brian or bring it into me on our next visit.
Okay.
Okay, in the meantime, here are your refills for the next 3 months. And like last time, be sure to come in a few days before our next visit so that we can get your labs drawn and then be able to talk about those results. And don't forget to call or come in if anything changes.
Okay.
Okay?
Will do.
And don't know what else to tell you, my friend, except keep taking your medication.
Will do. Thank
Very
you.
good.